After the suspect barricades himself in a camper and takes his own life.
Plus, we've got winter storm warnings. We've got wind chill warnings across the area. We're going to take a look at this incoming storm coming up.
And the massive winter storm is threatening to disrupt travel for millions of people on the roads and in the air this week.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
6 agencies respond to a manhunt and standoff in Cherokee County. This is KOAM News at noon. I'm Tanya Bach. Topping our first 7 minutes, an incident in rural Baxter Springs ends after the suspect takes his own life. It started shortly after 4 p.m. yesterday. Cherokee County Sheriff's deputies responded and established a perimeter around a wooded area west of Baxter Springs. And that's where authorities say 46-year-old Joseph Gonzalez fled into a wooded area after pistol whipping a woman in the head. Now, according to the Cherokee County Sheriff, the gun had jammed when the suspect attempted to shoot her. Baxter Springs Police, the Kansas Highway Patrol, the Quapaw Nation Marshal Service, the Miami, Oklahoma Police, and the KBI all responded to assist. After hours of searching, deputies located Gonzalez in a camper hiding in a closet. That's when deputies say Gonzalez shot himself, taking his own life. The injured woman was taken to a local hospital where she was treated and released. Well, winter is coming. Across the nation, 38 million people are under cold weather alerts and 48 million are under winter storm warnings. Missouri Governor Mike Parson has already ordered state agencies to prepare ahead of tomorrow's winter storm and extreme cold. The governor signed an executive order yesterday activating the state emergency operations plan and the Missouri National Guard for response efforts. The order is precautionary to make sure state resources and Guard members are available to help citizens and support authorities. And there's a lot to the system that's coming to the 4 states. Chris Warner joins us with a first look at what you can expect.
Yeah, we've got alert days for tomorrow and for Friday, as we've got wind chill warnings, winter storm warnings for some of us. We're talking snow, gusty winds, dangerously cold temperatures, and those dangerously cold temperatures will continue as we head into Friday. So today is your take action day. This system coming in a little over 12 hours from now, about 18 hours from right now. So make sure you've got what you need back at the house. If you're traveling for the holiday weekend, then this is the day to do it, because tomorrow and Friday are not going to be good days to travel. Skywatch Storm Tracker, we're going to break this down. We got winter storm warnings for the counties in pink through tomorrow at midnight, or Friday at midnight, and we got the wind chill warning for everybody through Friday at about 1 o'clock. On top of that, we've got winter weather advisories. We've got these through Thursday at 6 for southeast Kansas and northeast Oklahoma, and then southwest Missouri, they're until midnight on Friday. And then in Chautauqua County, we have a freezing fog advisory that's in effect until 1 o'clock today. I-44 and Rangeline looks good for now, but this scene is going to be significantly different as we head into tomorrow. 7th and Rangeline, same situation. This scene is going to be very different. Here's where our normals are. 46 for a high, 27 for a low. We're not going to be normal. Not for a while after this. I got 32 Iola, 36 Fort Scott, Nevada, 37 Lamar, Pittsburgh, 41 Miami, Neosho, and also in Joplin, where we do have these mostly cloudy skies across the area. And we got a little bit of a wind chill, feeling like 34, and that's with a south breeze at 11. Wait until you see how windy it's going to get heading into tomorrow. Not going to warm up too much, and then as we head into tonight, that's when the snow is going to begin. We'll break down that whole situation here in a few minutes. But for the rest of the day, high of 44, be 43 by 2. We're looking at mostly cloudy skies. We'll actually see a little bit of the moon tonight, and then the snow will start to move in. We'll tell you when the snow is going to hit, when these temperatures are going to drop, and just what we're looking at for this winter storm here in a few minutes. Tanya?
All right, thanks, Chris. You can be the first to know about any severe weather alerts with our KOAM Skywatch weather app. It's available in the Apple App Store and the Google Play Store. Download it now and get the latest weather updates sent straight to your phone, free of charge. We are in for nasty weather across a wide swath of the country. Nearly 113 million Americans are expected to travel for the holidays. That's more than 1/3 of the U.S. population. Chris Van Cleve joins us from Washington's Reagan National Airport.
This morning, the storm that made driving dangerous in the Pacific Northwest.
Pretty icy and pretty slick. Yeah, super slick. It was going like this.
And canceled about 200 flights in and out of Seattle's airport Tuesday is just getting started. The system is now lining up to bring crippling snow and frigid temperatures to major Midwest airport hubs in Detroit, Minneapolis, and Chicago.
I really don't want to miss Christmas with my 2 boys and my husband.
Kelsey Hicks is trying to beat the storm that could steal Christmas. She's at a conference in Chicago and moved up her flight to Thursday morning, hoping to beat the snow and get back to her family in Arkansas.
I'm a little nervous that things aren't going to work out like I hope they would.
165 million Americans coast to coast are in the path of this blast of winter weather, hitting just days before Christmas.
I'm glad I'm leaving today.
Dumping snow in the Midwest, and will head as far south as Texas, just as an estimated 113 million are expected to travel for the holidays.
If you're flying, be prepared to be delayed, disrupted, and canceled, and Christmas dinner may be at an airport.
But most Americans will be hitting the road, with nearly 102 million expected to be driving, including Mike Carter's son, who's trying to beat the storm home to Chicago.
We don't want anything to happen to our holiday plans. That's the whole scary part. Otherwise, we'll have 10 tons of food at home with nobody to eat it.
Why is it such a big deal that Chicago is getting snow right at this peak travel time? It's because it's a huge connecting city. 3 of the nation's 4 biggest airlines have hubs there. United told us during Thanksgiving that about 1 in every 5 of its passengers somehow pass through O'Hare during that holiday. So take that airport out of the mix, and you get delays and cancellations that will ripple across the country. Chris Van Cleve, CBS News, Washington.
Well, before the temps drop, it's important to prepare your vehicle. There are a number of things you can do. First, make sure you have good tread on your tires and check to ensure all your car fluids are replenished.
Just making sure your fluids are topped off, that you have the right amount of coolant in there to keep it from freezing over. Another thing a lot of people don't think about is the washer fluid. You can actually put fluid in there that's good to -40. That way when you go out, you got ice on there, you can actually use your sprayers to de-ice the windshield.
Also, it's a good idea to keep a safety kit in your vehicle in case of a breakdown, and you can include things like clothing, blankets, food, water, a flashlight, a shovel, and a phone charger. That's a look at today's top stories and weather in our first 7 minutes. Up next on KOAM News at noon, Missouri ranchers prepping for this week's Arctic blast are running into a big problem: a lack of hay for their livestock. And later, we're making Frosty the Cheese Ball in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen. The winter blast has all of us preparing. Noah Tucker reports on the problems farmers and ranchers are dealing with while getting ready for the Arctic temperatures.
With winter weather threatening the Ozarks, preparations are being made by schools, road departments, and also farmers who are already combating shortages in hay and feed from drought earlier this summer.
This could be a possibility later this week, meaning some long days for these guys and the hens that tend to them.
I mean, they're talking about Friday morning the temperature being below 0 with a strong wind. I mean, that's going to affect a lot of stuff. It has got a lot of folks worried right now.
Fred Wall has long tended to livestock, primarily horses, and he knows what's best for them.
Well, one of the big things about wintertime is you have to feed hay, because hay is what generates heat for a horse, for a goat, for a cow. Well, we've had a hay shortage this year, and there's a lot of folks that I know have reduced the number of cattle that they had because they didn't have enough hay.
While the shortage has been felt, it's only amplified during a time like this, which is being seen firsthand by local suppliers who are trying to keep up with demand.
It's been an increase for sure. People wanting hay, straw.
People definitely come in and definitely stock up on their feed and heat bulbs and tank heaters at this time.
Powell Feed and Milling has been operating out of Green Forest since 1942, and this is one of the toughest years in history.
We're running low on a few things, but we've got orders coming in daily, so I feel like we're going to be stocked up good.
Nobody wants to be underprepared in the case of severe weather, but some shortages can't be overcome.
It's going to have to be a management that we're going to have to do, and then the people that get out there. People get out there and try to take care of them. They're going to be cold too. So it's going to be, kind of bad.
Well, feed and grain stores say your best bet is to prepare as early as possible so they can get orders in if inventory is not available. Still to come on the KOAM News at noon, Mr. Food.
Have you ever built a snowman? If you have, I bet it's nothing like the one we're building today, and ours will never melt.
But first, we're tracking a winter storm moving in tomorrow, probably about the next 17 hours. We're going to break it all down when we come back. Alert days as we head into Thursday and Friday because we've got winter storm warnings, we've got wind chill warnings, we've got a winter storm that is on the way, and it'll be here in approximately 17 hours or so when we'll really start to see things pick up. So we've got, again, wind chill warnings, winter storm warnings. We're talking gusty winds, the snow, dangerously cold conditions. So let's break it all down step by step. First, in the pink, these are winter storm warnings that run until Friday at midnight. This is a wind chill warning that runs until Friday at 1 o'clock. But on this map, the winter storm warning, it feels, is more important. So you can't see it, but this wind chill warning is for all of us through Friday at 1. Then, outside of that, we have winter weather advisories for parts of southeast Kansas, northeast Oklahoma. These run until tomorrow at 6 p.m. And then we've got the winter weather advisories in southwest Missouri that run through Friday at noon. And then, for our friends in Chautauqua County, we've got a freezing fog advisory that runs until 1 o'clock today. So we got a lot of stuff going on. Now, right now at I-44 in Rangeline, the MoDOT camera there, where traffic's flowing, things are looking good. You can see the road. This picture is going to change as we head into tomorrow. And here's the types of travel impacts that we are looking at with this particular storm. We're talking slippery conditions on the roads, blowing and drifting snow with the wind. And then we've also got, of course, snow-covered cars. But I'm going to tell you right now, traveling tomorrow is probably not a very good idea. Today is your Take Action Day. If you've got to get some stuff from the store for the next couple of days, do it today. If you're traveling for the holidays, going to be traveling this weekend, try and do it today because the next couple of days are not going to be safe to be driving. We're talking high impacts from the snow, mainly from the fact it's going to be blowing around and causing some snow drifts. But we also have the extreme cold and the winds that are really going to be picking up. So let's first talk potential snow totals. Right now, we're looking at anywhere from 2 to 4 inches. We could see locally higher amounts, upwards on the end of maybe the 3 to 5 inch range. And then, of course, with the wind creating snow drifts, we're looking at the possibility you get some snow drifts that are going to be a little bit deeper than a few inches, depending on how the wind blows and what it builds up against. As we head into tomorrow morning, we're going to see the winds start to gust 40, 45 miles an hour. That's what's going to cause the blowing snow. The winter storm warning is for that part of the wind because we're talking about the possibility of near blizzard-like conditions when the snow's falling. The wind is also going to create extraordinarily dangerous wind chills between tomorrow and Friday. This is, you saw that sweep through there. We're talking wind chills by tomorrow afternoon, minus 20 degrees. They could go as high as minus 30 degrees. And that same situation is going to repeat on Friday, making it dangerous to be out either of those days. So you need to be prepared for this system. In Joplin, we're mostly cloudy. We're looking at south breeze at 11. We're at 41, and that light south breeze makes it feel like 34. So wait until the winds start gusting to 40 miles an hour. 32 in Iola, 37 in Pittsburgh, 41 Miami, Neosho, 40 in Carthage, and 37 in Lamar. Now for the rest of today, again, this is your best travel day for any travel. We're looking at 44 degrees and mostly cloudy skies. Tonight, when the system gets here, we're going to drop back down pretty darn low, 31. Temperatures will plunge as we head toward the morning. Snow, maybe some light snow at about 2 a.m., and then the main event starts getting going between about 5 and 6 o'clock in the morning. We'll be 10 degrees on Friday, minus 1 for the low, 17 on Christmas Eve, 31 Christmas Day. We get a little nicer next week, 35 Monday with maybe a wintry mix. And then look at Tuesday, 40 degrees, partly cloudy skies. In fact, some of the forecast data that far out shows us getting back into the 50s by the end of next week. So we're going to go from the extreme cold to that nice warm weather. But for the next couple of days, don't be out if you don't have to be. And definitely do not travel Thursday or Friday unless it's an absolute emergency.
All right. Big change coming our way, that's for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah, the high tomorrow is a little bit deceiving because you would think it would be in the afternoon, but that's not the case.
Right. The high temperature for the day is that 24-hour period. Whatever the warmest temperature is recorded is your high. So again, we'll drop back down to 31 tonight, and through midnight, 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, we'll be at 31. And then when that Arctic front rolls through, those temperatures will take a dive. And by the time we're on the air at 5, 6 o'clock in the morning, we'll probably be back down in the lower 20s, upper teens at that point, and it will not get any better as the day progresses on.
All right. We'll be watching it, that's for sure.
Absolutely.
All right. Thanks, Chris. We take this time to honor today's four-state hero, Private Shane Daniels in the U.S. Army. The soldier from Oswego, Kansas, served tours in both Kuwait and Iraq beginning in 2007. He earned the Sharpshooter Medal and the Overseas Service Bar. To Private Shane Daniels, we thank you, our four-state hero. Do you want to build a snowman? Well, how about one that doesn't require you to go out into the bitter cold? Well, Howard shows us how to make his Frosty the Snowman in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen.
With today being the official start of winter, I started thinking about how much fun I had as a kid building snowmen. My brother and I would make them so tall that they would tower over us. Now, even though I'm grown up, I still like making snowmen. That's why today we're building an edible snowman that I think should show up at your next get-together. Come on, let me show you how easy. We start by combining some cream cheese with a bit of mayo, some bacon bits, chopped walnuts, scallions, and some chopped parsley. And to give this its wow factor, we added some horseradish and a bit of crushed pepper flakes. Once it's mixed, we divide it into 3 balls, a big one, a medium-sized one, and a small one. These will become the body of the snowman. And to give our snowman some personality, we decorated with some olives for eyes, a carrot for the nose. We'll give it a smile with an olive and some pretzel sticks for the arms. Go ahead, get creative. And after you surround it with some cut-up veggies for dipping, it's time to dig in. Not only is this adorable and a great conversation starter, it's pretty addictive too. To get the recipe for what we call Frosty the Cheese Ball, simply visit our website. I'm Howard with our little elf Kelly in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found a fun holiday way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
I love cheese balls. You can find this recipe along with a lot more good food from the Mr. Food Test Kitchen online. Just go to our website at KOAMnewsnow.com. Here's a look at our four-state market prices.
Days tomorrow and Friday. The snow will start about 5, 6 o'clock in the morning, and it helps if our microphones are on. That makes it a little easier to hear me. Snow starts about 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. Then we're going to head for dangerously cold wind chills. We're talking minus 30 degrees throughout the day. Just a rough situation all around. Winter storm warnings, wind chill warnings. Just do not go out over the next couple of days unless you absolutely have to.
All right. What do we have coming up tonight at 5?
Well, if you have yet to buy your holiday gifts, there is some good news. A lot of retailers have excess inventory and they're cutting prices to unload it. Last minute deals could save you 75%. Plus, potential wind speeds could cause power outages for some four-state residents in the coming days. Find out ways to stay warm and safe when the lights go out. And Freeman Auxiliary delivers gifts to the Ronald McDonald House. Join us for those stories. A lot more. What's the update on the weather? All coming up at 8:05.
All right. Thank you, Dal. Thanks for joining us for KOAM News at noon. Everyone stay safe out there. We'll see you right back here at 5 o'clock.